Hello, 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 and welcome in, everybody. Welcome into tonight's live. Welcome in. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. If you're not new, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me for yet another live. I do appreciate it. We are going to talk about shenanigans tonight. So it's going to be a laid back kind of live. If that's something that you're into, then kick your feet up, relax, grab some popcorn, grab the snacks, whatever you decide to eat. Grab a glass of wine if you're a wine drinker, or a beer if you're a beer drinker. I'm neither, but I'll be getting half that caffeine on that soda. Hey, Mary Beth. Hey, Cheryl. And if you guys don't mind just taking a quick second, hit the like button for your girl. It helps send the video out into the algorithm. If you want to wait a little while, see if you like the content, you could do that as well. We're usually here talking true crime every single day. This isn't really too much of true crime, though. Hey, Ladybug. Hey, Celestial Sky. I think I said that right. And hey, Pooh Bear. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. I'm going to go towards the bottom because I know if not, I'll be up here talking all night. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, DM. Hey, Cat's Life. Hey, Citizen Sleuth. Hey, PJ Second Chance. Hey, Midwest. Look at that. 3 months. And that means your titanium arm changed. From, was it bronze to, or silver to bronze? I don't even know the colors. I should know those better, huh? Hey, Roxanne. Hey, Mr. Rosebud. Welcome in. I don't want to say the wrong name. Victoria. Okay, that's what I thought I saw. And I was like, but did it say Victoria or not? Hey, Squeaky Wheel. Oh, she put on a new outfit and asked Dave, do these clothes make me look fat? I replied, not really. It's the fat that makes you look fat. You would be so sweet. You would be so sweet to have around, you know? No, you would be. Hey, J-Dub. Welcome in, everybody. If you guys count how many times I say welcome in a night, let me know. Because that would be a good drinking game. Like, you guys would be drunk by the beginning of our lives. Because I say welcome in a lot. And I don't know where I got it from. I've always said it. Like when I was working in sales and stuff too, and people would come into my store, I say, welcome in. Can't stand Betty. Neither can I. Hey, Mike. So I don't really follow Betty at all. She was kind of not even on my radar, like for the longest of times. I thought she was just like, I thought she was kind of getting her stuff together, but apparently not. Apparently not. I came on the platform 2 years ago with the Kylie Rodney case. When that case happened, that's when I came in. And I knew Betty from the Quentin Simon case. I'm like dyslexic with his name. So when she was doing Idaho content, like she got the interview with her, Olivia got the interview with the Gonzalez family. And I was like, oh, maybe she's going to change her ways. You know, her and Olivia are going to team up again and not be crazy this time and not do out of pocket stuff. Well, that didn't last too long because Olivia had the Kim call, and I think that lady was just lying through her teeth about everything. So Betty's back. Yeah. Maybe that's what I should have named the stream. Betty's back because she's back for another round. So what I wanted to do tonight, and I'm going to have you guys help me look, like, and whenever you get time, go to Betty's page and tell me if you guys remember, or if you can see the video that the one that she had up with her and Terry Bowersock, because I cannot find that video anywhere. It's gone. It's gone because she had on, remember, she had on that green t-shirt that said crystal clear and she had like Chris's picture on it. I can't find any with that picture, like with Chris, other than one video. And I think she just forgot to take the video down. But she did 2 lives since the last time we've talked about her. So she's been busy. Hey, Eli's mama. Hey, Glowbug. Thanks, Cheryl. She said, you look nice, Tanya. Thanks, Cheryl. I wore pink tonight. I usually don't wear pink a lot, but I did today. Oh, and guess what yesterday was? Didn't know it. I don't know if it was like, I don't know if this was, actually, I don't know what yesterday was. It was supposed to be National Girlfriend Day, but I don't know if it was National Couple Day, but it was National Girlfriend Day. And I'm all of your guys' girlfriend. girls included, girls and guys, both of y'all. So whenever you want to give me my gift, that's fine. Just let me know and I'll tell you where to send them. I'm just kidding. But I guess I guess it was like, I think they're making up the holidays, y'all. Because we have Sweetest Day. That's the Saturday after my birthday every year. My birthday is October 17th. So that Saturday is Sweetest Day. And I know like that's a couple, kind of like Valentine's Day, but I don't know if it was for guys too. It should be for both. But I just saw like one guy on two guys actually on TikTok doing things for their girlfriends. So I don't know. Actually, girlfriend day, I've celebrated a lot of them. Ashley said. Thank you, J-Dub. There was a PO in the Summer Walls case. Was there? Candace filed on YouTuber Don B, but didn't show up to court. So it was dropped. Oh, man. I wish she would have showed up. Man. I didn't know that. We were asking about that last night, too. Oh, wow. Well, I heard, did you guys hear that I didn't get into the Summer Walls case like a lot of people did because I didn't come in when it was like, when it first happened. But I did cover the case on the channel. I did like 2 videos because I just kind of just stuck with the facts of the first first day, and that was it with that case. But I heard that Don Wells offered to write Katie Proudfoot a letter, just stating his experience with Bullhorn Betty and like her getting him fired from his job and just what they've done to his family. And I think it's a great idea. Now, I don't know the Summer Walls case. I don't know it like a lot of people do. And a lot of people think the parents, may be guilty, but they're not charged. They've never been charged. And so you can't just go around saying stuff. Like the stuff that she's saying is so matter of fact. It's like she doesn't say allegedly, or I hate when people say allegedly anyway, because if you're just going to say it, you're saying it. That allegedly, I feel like it doesn't really hold any weight to it, especially when we say it on the platform here, because how we say it, we're like allegedly, like we don't even say it seriously. Hey, Emeralds, guys. So I couldn't find that tape though. I couldn't find the video of her. I'll show you the shirt because this video has her in the shirt. But I think she took that video down, and I looked on her social blade and she doesn't have like a spike down in views or anything to where like it doesn't look like she's deleted a whole bunch of videos or anything. So I'm wondering if you deleted just one video, if your social blade numbers would even reflect that. You know what I mean? Like, I should have deleted one of my videos to check it out, to try it, but I didn't. I didn't think about it. Oh yeah, protective order. Sorry. I didn't see that you said that. Yeah, especially when it's sarcastically, allegedly back to your witnesses. And it usually is, like people that say they're like allegedly. And I'm just like, I'm like, oh my lordy. So that's the t-shirt. Remember she had this as a crystal clear on it. And she thought it was so funny. Well, I still cannot find her where her and Terry Bowersock were like following. I don't know who was following who, but when we saw the video, we saw Betty follow Terry out of the parking lot. So, that's what we saw. So I don't think she probably would have wanted that DA to see that. And if you guys are not aware, Katie Proudfoot put a protection order out. She got a temporary protection order for right now, as of right now, until they go to court on August the 8th, is what I'm understanding. And Betty cannot go within 100 feet of Katie Proudfoot. So sucks to be Betty. Not like it was I don't think that'll stop her anyway. And I don't think she has enough. I don't know. She might have enough nerve to get that close because I've seen the video with her and Dawn in Kansas. I've seen bits and pieces of it on the job site. So I guess she would kind of be the one to do that. Let me see. And I'm wondering how many videos they're going to go through. Aries, allegedly I'm sexy. Oh, you do? Can you send it to my email? If I put my email in here? Was it on her page? I can't find it. I was literally looking for an hour. If it's still on there, I'll be like, oh my lordy, how did I miss it? because I wanted to listen to her. I wanted to listen to it again because I know she broke a lot of laws in that video, and she remembers her signature thing the last night was to say, I haven't broken any laws. I haven't broken any laws. I haven't broken any laws. And it's like, you broke so many laws. You rolled into Tennessee breaking a law. Videotaping while driving is breaking a law. Like, Betty. She said, all I did was hold my camera out the window and go by their house. Like, that's not what isn't that, Betty? That's stalker-like behavior. Do we have two Stephanies? We do. Stephanie 007. Yeah, Betty needs to behave. Well, I don't think she will. What was that? Oh, that was my shoe. My foot is that numb. I didn't even know my little sandal came off of it. I have like these little slides on. Sorry, guys. So, okay. I wanted to show you this because Betty did do another live, couple lives. She just got off of a live, actually. It wasn't anything, but she had it titled Sebastian Rogers. Now I understand if if, you know, like my titles, I put the person's name in my title every time. I'm sorry if people are offended with that, but I've always done that. I've always put the person's name and then the two little dots. That's just like, I guess so people know, I don't know. So I know, but the way that she tags, I don't tag anything really in mine. I might have tags for like, just say like true crime or something, but I don't put tags in my descriptions. So she's really good at doing that. And she's also really good. I've noticed, I know what she's doing now. I know what she's doing to kind of push them views is like, okay, so let me share this with you. This is her newest video, one of her newest videos with her pigtails. Yes. 44 years old and she's wearing the pigtails. But she puts in here like periods, which I don't think that's really doing it, but I think the Tennessee is what's doing it because it's making her look like she's there in the state all the time. Every video she does, Sebastian Rogers, Tennessee. So I think that could be what's pushing her out in the algorithm too. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, Squeaky, he could do that, but she didn't do that. She was on people's property. She was on people's property. She was doing all the things. So let's listen to her talk a little bit. I was listening to this earlier. I don't even know everything I've heard her say tonight. I couldn't even repeat it back to you because I've listened to so many videos trying to figure out which one I was looking for. So we'll play over this one and then oh, you did? Okay. Actually, let's go. We'll play this and then I'll go grab the video. This is only 22 minutes.
We're not going to be on here very long today.
I almost speed her up.
I think you guys are
1.25. If I feel like if she's going too fast, if you just relax your own self for a second, it's good. It's not too fast.
Bluetooth, to be honest with you, because I got my Bluetooth still hooked up. Oh, hold on a second. I got to set up the internet again. So just if anybody comes in here, let them know I'm setting up the internet. The network or what, but it dropped the network or what, but it dropped my my thing, and I'm trying to get the internet put back on here, and it's not being put back on here for some reason. So hopefully the internet's coming in 5G.
Oh, is it that one?
Morning. It's nice to see you guys. Give me a second. I really need to get this internet running. Otherwise, you guys are going to have a horrible internet running. Otherwise, you guys are going to have a horrible reception. We're just going to have to do the best we can here. So I'm really sorry. My internet's not turning on for whatever reason. Maybe it's because of my Bluetooth. I don't know. But either way, I'm here just hanging out right now. I'm about to go have some breakfast with some friends. But I just wanted to let everybody know, you know, with everything going on, I'm not going to be a victim of this criminal enterprise of the Proudfoots and Bowersox. Clearly, both parties don't mind lying under oath. They don't mind lying to authority. They don't mind lying to courts. You know, I'm watching the Lore Lodge, and the Lore Lodge is basically, you know, going through everything and, you know, summarizing this particular case. And it's hitting all of the marks that we've hit. Take Wi-Fi off phone. The Wi-Fi is off. It won't let me connect for some reason. So I know that there's probably a crappy service or, you know, not coming in very clear, but there's not a whole lot I can do. Either way, I'm not going to be on here very long anyways. I'll be on here whenever I get to where I'm going. But long story short is we have, people that are missing a child that have spent more time worrying about me than they have worried about their missing child. And I think that's noted not only across social media, but noted across, mainstream.
She edited those parts out, it looks like, J-Dub. Let me know if you can see them on your side, because I just went through the whole tape and I can't see it. It looks like it was skipped, like it was edited and her live chat's gone. She's trying to get rid of evidence. But she forgot about that video with that crystal clear with him on the shirt. And I hope she don't forget about that. I hope I don't remind her.
Everybody is noticing their lack of caring for Sebastian and more concerned about them and their reputation, to the point that they're willing to lie under oath. I haven't even been in the community in over 30 days. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I can't even remember what date. I'll have to go back through the calendar and find out what dates I was there. But I've only been to the Hendersonville area one time, and I was only in their area for only 2 days ever in my life. So, this idea that they're not lying under oath, that they're not utilizing these court systems, it's a little weird. But, we do have a hurricane or tropical depression. It's going to make it difficult for me to get home, So I figured I would just change plans and cover another case and go that route, since we have horrible weather and hurricanes hitting Florida, But I'm not going to be a victim of this criminal enterprise or their criminal activity at all. They can deal with the courts themselves. They can deal with all the stuff themselves.
That's what I thought, yeah.
What they did was dirty, and I honestly believe that the courts are going to see what they're up to. And again, they've got to steal.
I hope the courts see what you're up to, Betty, because you're deleting. You're not. So what you're doing is you're not dirty deleting. You're being a little smarter about it. You're editing your lives. So what you're doing is you're going back through and you're editing them. And I told y'all last night, remember, if the chat is off, that live chat feature, which as a creator, you go in and you hit the live chat feature. You're supposed to every live, but that's like putting on your monetization. It's literally like neck and neck. Do you know what I mean? You click it and you click it. It's not like, she just forgot to turn on her live chats for these lives. She edited them, and that's what takes the live chat away, is when you edit.
Deal with legal scrutiny of their allegations, and they cannot meet the threshold or the burden of that legal scrutiny because they're lying. And I think that the courts are going to be very skeptical of anything that they produce. So
I didn't know that Coda was Chronicles of the Oblivious until today. So if you're in here, Coda, so sorry. I didn't know. I've heard of the creator before, but I've never heard of the name shortened to Coda. Is that new? Or am I just behind? I might be behind, but I've watched the channel before, and I'm like, wait a minute, what? Oh, I'm glad. I was hoping that somebody had them, and I knew somebody would. I knew someone would have all the clips. If not, I mean, we have some on my channel too, but I just have to go find them.
It's a little disgusting that they're willing to publicly look this. I mean, they already look horrible as is, but to publicly intentionally make themselves look even more guilty than they were. They're exuding problematic behavior. They're exuding red flags. Every one of them have lied. Every one of them have lied to us. Every one of them have lied in a court.
Let me see.
We definitely have record of that they have lied in the courts, and they're utilizing the courts for some type of game and gain and intimidation, or if they're going to show somebody, well, you're about to rock with Bullhorn Betty, okay, and you're going to have to deal with your own just desserts, and you're going to have to deal with your own shenanigans. So, God bless all of you. But I have a funny feeling every last one of you guys are going straight to hell, and that's rightfully where you all need to be. Your terror and destruction on the Hendersonville community is going to end. You are not that. You are not. You guys may be able to push your weight, but I'm sorry. There's just some people that just don't deal with it, and some people like me that are very strong-headed. Rocking a boat like that just gets yourselves in trouble. But you guys can look like complete idiots with eggs on your face. But I committed no crimes. And they're going to have to prove that I have. So they can't. At the end of the day, they can't. So they have to meet a burden. There's no possibility of meeting that burden. They are utilizing the court system improperly and unlawfully. Everything that they're doing is voidable. So at the end of the day, God bless. But just saying.
As a YouTube content creator, a true crime, I am 100% behind Katie and Chris for doing this, and the Bowersox. I hope they get a permanent one. Hope they get a permanent protection order from this crazy lady. I mean, She's already driven 12 hours from her home in Florida. She says on her other live, it takes her 12 to 13 hours to get there. Okay. If she's mad enough, she would drive back up there in 2 seconds. Because she don't care about this kid. She doesn't.
Your reception is perfect now. Oh, good. Well, that's weird because my LTE just went down to.
She cares about Sebastian as much as she cares about Quentin Simon right now. Has she been covering that? No, not anymore.
Bars. But we're doing good. And to be honest with you, it doesn't fade me. I can tell you that I'm more under their skin than they're under my skin because I'm laughing at them. I think they're foolish. I think that they are showing law enforcement exactly who they need to look at. I think that they just proved to law enforcement they are willing to lie to them as well as the court and cannot be trusted, which I doubt they trust anything coming out of their mouth anyways. I don't think anybody in that community is going to give them the time of day.
I don't trust somebody that is trying to pretend like they're a 12-year-old little girl with the pigtails, but you're 44. That's what I don't trust. Don't trust anybody like that. Don't trust people with pigtails. She's trying to make herself look sweeter.
Honestly,
right through you,
I don't think the courts are going to give them the time of day. I don't think the courts are even going to engage in this shenanigans. I think they're going to be very skeptical of just about everything. It makes me mad. Last night I saw the video from the news about you, made me sick and stressed. Don't stress out, River. I'm not stressed. I mean, think about it. They're literally committing criminal, they're literally committing a misdemeanor for the whole world to see. That's not honorable. I thought they were military. I thought they
last night it was a felony.
Were supposed to follow the law.
Now it's a misdemeanor.
Clearly this entire family doesn't mind breaking the law ever. And the problem is the reason why they keep breaking it is because they are never made to be held accountable for their willful violation of the law.
When? Like what? Where did she get this stuff? It's not like they have roots there. It's not like they're from there. They were born and raised there. Betty, they moved to this town just like everyone else moves to a town when they're in the military. They moved to another town than what they're from. Betty, this isn't Murdoch trial. Okay. We're not going to have to take off Grandpa Murdoch's picture off of the freaking wall for this. Okay. That's stupid. That's what she's thinking. She's thinking oh, get the courthouse ready. Get the defendant's chairs ready. Get the cushions in there ready and fluff them up because we've got 2 defendants right now for a crime that hasn't even been committed. But we got defendants for a crime that has not been committed. If you think about it. Now, and she's supposed to be about the law and being fair.
Lying under oath, all misdemeanors. And then if they're proffering bunk evidence, I think that might even rise to a Class D felony. Didn't see the story about you. Where is it? I can't remember. It's on one of the news organizations that start with a W. I think in Tennessee it's Channel 2, possibly.
WSAZ or something.
Those foots and socks. I tell you what, they're some twisted individuals. They are some twisted individuals. That entire twisted family. Like I'm still going through the lore lodge and hearing all the stuff about Nina, and it just shows you how evil even Kathy and Terry Bowersox are. Terry took a bat after Nina, a bat. And this is the kind of man that is the one saying he's in fear for his life over me. Well, I'm going to wait until I get the paperwork served on me through proper service as the courts require. And once I get that, I will address it when I can get it. But, with this storm and everything going on, it's even delayed me even further. So, kind of sucks. So what's going to end up happening is I can't just sit in a hotel. I got to work. So now I'm going to have to cover another case. And that's going to, gosh, knows how long that's going to take. Listen to Don P here. He is from the area. He said, judge don't like if you wear shorts. I hope Kathy and Katie and Terry do. It doesn't matter. They have a threshold. They have to.
Who would wear shorts to court? Oh, that's just no. Please don't ever wear shorts to court.
Overcome, and they're not going to be able to overcome it. And if they do, then I'm going to be filing it. It doesn't matter. I'll deal with everything on Monday. Man, afraid of you. He's not very proud, is he? They don't care. They just think that they own that whole entire community. But the bottom line is their child's missing and nobody believes their story. So I doubt the judge is giving them any time of day.
I believe them.
They know damn well those people aren't being harassed. And as a matter of fact, if they were, they would deal with it. But to think about
Oh, and stick with me because you're going to see in the next video, this one isn't very long. Oh, Tony old Tony Mathis, he supports all of this. He sends Betty a little super chat telling her as much.
About it. They've never had any calls against me. All of a sudden, just boom, boom, boom. I become a threat to their life. And I haven't even been in the area since over a month ago. They're an idiot. They're a complete, utter idiot. But you know what? You can't fix stupid. I truly believe they unalived that child, and I truly believe all 4 of them are involved in the cover-up of it. That's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. And they can't stop it. Not on here, not there, nowhere. They put themselves in this position, not me. And they continue to stay in this position, not me. So where do you think Sebastian is? Honestly, in Sumner County. I think he's in either Gallatin or White House, probably, most likely. I don't think he's going to be specifically in Hendersonville. He's going to be in a place Christopher is comfortable in my opinion. The Proudfoots are.
I mean, Betty. I hope people are getting this. I hope people are
Reflecting in
getting
hopes
this.
of escaping the truth. Yeah, they're wanting to have all these distractions. Well, I'm still working on Sebastian. While they're still playing with me, I'm working on Sebastian. That's why we keep moving the fence post, and we're able to keep moving this down. Is because we're staying focused on Sebastian and finding answers that relates to Sebastian.
No. Now she's just saying his name a lot so that when we look it up in the transcript, it looks like it comes up a lot. But you're going to hear through these lives that she doesn't talk about him at all. She doesn't give his weight descriptions. She doesn't do anything. Normally in the beginning of my life, I don't know why I haven't been doing it, I think, with the Betty streams, because I feel like I don't know. I should still do it. I'll just do it at the end of the live. I usually put up a missing persons flyer of, Sebastian. We'll go over it. Like, if you're going to write off his name, Betty, at least have a flyer sticking on the wall behind you or something. At least that's what what's her face does. Smiley. She at least tapes up a photo of the missing person behind her.
And they're right now just in the mode of, oh crap, we need to stop Betty. Well, unfortunately, you can't stop somebody that isn't breaking laws. And that's the problem that they're up against, is that I'm following the laws and able to get that, and they cannot stand it. And they've got to try to break the law to try to convince a judge that I'm breaking the law, which I'm not. Judges deal with all of this all the time. They deal with liars all the time. They probably are well aware of what's going on in this case. It sounds like there is some type of state attorney investigating and looking into it. And I can guarantee I've never broken the law. I've never made a threat to anybody's life. Good gracious. If I was going to threaten somebody's life, it would have been a significant other, not some idiots that can't seem to locate their own child in a locked house, that has lights going on inside their house, weird things, a body, peering out the window, trying to see who's seeing what. And then
all of this is coming from that neighbor that lives a street over, all the way down like a half a mile, quarter mile down the road. Like, it literally isn't even a neighbor.
Lights proceeding to an unmarked vehicle, and one light going back to the house where Katie just magically woke up all alone that morning. So their story is BS. In my opinion, the shadow is that of, and I'm more convinced than ever, when I saw Terry Bowersox in the flesh, when he stalked me and came up behind me and took the picture of my plate to let me know he was there, when he did that intimidating action, right? That is when I was able to finally see the actual back into that car with my own beautiful eyes. And
him pulling up and staying in his vehicle and snapping a photo of your license plate while you're in the car. That's threatening, Betty. But you getting out at a stoplight, full on crazy B mode, like beelined it straight for the Bowersox car, that's not a threat. With the camera all up in your face, all up in his face, that's not a threat. I'm just trying to make sure we're all collectively getting this right, because that's what happened. Betty, you were behind him. No matter how many times you delete it, it's always going to be out there. It's the internet. Internet's forever.
And I'm telling you, I was more convinced when I left there that was the vehicle in that shadow than any other time that I had ever said or assumed that it was. I absolutely believe it was. And then Kathy comes out and tries to lie yet again and says she never made it to Katie's until 10:30, after 10:30 that morning that Sebastian went missing. Yet everybody in the neighborhood saw her standing out in the front yard at 8 o'clock in the morning. These people don't mind lying. They don't mind breaking the law. And it's not even utilizing the law they're literally lying under oath. They're willfully and maliciously violating the law.
I'm gonna get it to this spot really quick on this video. Thank you, Jada, for sending me this. I could not find this thing. I was like, where is it? I'm going to try to get it up to the part where it all goes down. I think it's somewhere around here. Is that it? Or this is a long video. Sorry, guys. Oh, wait, here. Is this it? Okay, here we go. This is when he's like behind her. So like, right, if you look directly behind in the window, you can see the Infinity. I think it's a Q70 or something. I forget what it is. That they drive, but it's an Infinity SUV.
Oh, Terry Bowersocks. Oh, you wanna come around here? Oh, look at who it is. It's Terry Bowersocks. Look who just pulled up in the same QX80.
QX80. Oh.
Coming up, taking my tag plate. Let's turn it around on his tag plate.
He took a picture of her tag plate for himself. Not like he has a freaking public platform of 33,001 or 34,000, 100 subscribers. And you flip it on his.
Terry Bowersocks. Terry Bowersocks right there. Came up and decided to take my plate on.
Now remember, Betty don't break the law.
So
I like it when
you
he
want
goes
to
to the
know
red light.
who's harassing who else?
I like it how he's like already halfway through the red light, and then she's like, "Yeah, you better go through that red light," or something like that. I'm just like, whatever, Betty.
The proof is in the pudding. The Bowersocks and the Proudfoots are the ones coming and harassing people. That right there, my friend, is Terry Bowersocks. Came by and took a picture.
Look at this.
Why are you taking my license plate?
Why are you filming me?
Because you came by and filmed me, Mr. Bowersocks.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm in a
Yes,
I'm in a
ma'am.
public place.
Yes.
Why are you harassing me and following me?
Why are
you harassing me and following me when I'm conducting business?
How can I be following you when you're
You
behind
just were
me?
in the plaza. You've been.
He said, how can I be following you when you're behind me? I love that. I love it. She did. She cut out. Yeah. Yes. That because I was looking for this for an hour or maybe longer. And I'm like, where is it? Because I don't watch a lot of Betty content. So there was only a certain amount of videos I had to go through, It's not like I had to go through every single video of hers because I don't watch them. But I'm glad that Terry said that. I think that is hilarious. I think it's hilarious. And he's probably scared. Yeah. To me, he looks like a good old country boy. Like, yes, ma'am. Like, I don't even think when he was saying the ma'am part, he wasn't being mean about it. Like me, I would have been like, ma'am, he was being a lot nicer about it than me. But let's go back and hear her rage on him.
Harassing me. Why are you taking my license plate?
Why are you filming me?
Because you came by and filmed me, Mr. Bowersocks.
Look how bad her phone's
Okay,
shaking.
I'm in
Now, I will say this. JLR, he's got the hand of a god. Like, when that guy came up on him in Idaho, ranting and raving, that big guy, that big country guy, and he was, like, running after JLR pretty much. JLR was just sitting there like, I mean, his hand wasn't shaking at all, but look at Betty.
a public
Betty a
place.
little nervous.
Why are you harassing me and following me?
Why are
you harassing me and following me when I'm conducting business?
How can I be following you when
You
you're
just
behind
were
me?
in the plaza. You've been following me,
I was
sir.
stopping
You
up.
guys have been harassing me and threatening me for 2 days.
Prove it.
I am right here, sir.
Wait.
Right
Good
here,
job,
sir.
Donna. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Prove it? Yeah, I did just prove it, asshole.
And then watch.
better go through that fucking light. Fuck with me. I don't need violence. I'll capture you on film.
She's choosing violence today.
There it is. Who's following? Who's stalking? Who's harassing? Who?
As far as we can see, Betty, you were in behind him. As far as I saw, I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing. Shaking like a damn chihuahua. Or a Pomeranian. Ooh, don't say that. She'll get mad. Where I live, Kara said that's considered road rage in a criminal act. Yeah, no, it is. That definitely is. And I mean, no, she was fuming afterwards. I mean, you heard her yelling. Okay, we'll go back whenever we hear her say she didn't do something else, and then we'll debunk her, because you're not supposed to be driving and recording in general in Tennessee.
And hopefully the courts make them pay the fee, the $300 and some odd fee for wasting the court's time. Maybe hitting them in the pocket might be the way to punish them for what they're doing. But I can tell you it's not going to work. It's just not. So good luck, Proudfoots and Bower Socks. But I will be at the Gathering of Voices on August 26, 2024 from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And we will get everything confirmed. If we've got to move that up and down, whatever, all around, we'll figure it all out. Well, Thing is not looking they've never looked for Sebastian. They have never once looked for that boy. They have never once looked for that boy. All they have done is acted like they looked. They acted like they wanted some help. But every person that has reached out to them to help, who is helping Chris and Katie? Who? Nobody. Nobody's out.
Duchess is helping them with the signs, the billboards. They put money towards the billboard signs, Chris and Katie did. So I know that they are helping with that. When they asked Seth if he wanted to chip in for the billboards for his son, he said no. He said no, he will not be chipping in any money for the billboards.
Out there, so they want people posting flyers and please don't forget a boy and please keep talking about him. They're not even.
Let's talk again about how Chris and Katie are terrible.
Talking about him. They just want him to go away. They never want to hear his name again. They just want this whole situation. They just want this boy's life not to matter to anybody because it didn't matter to them.
That's wrong.
You don't see them fighting for this boy. You don't see that mother breaking down. All you see her doing is giving another woman's perfect child hugs and kisses with big smiles on her face, and going out to nice dinners and running away from home and going shopping for motorcycles and stuff. That's more important.
They were dropping off flyers at that motorcycle shop. They weren't buying a new motorcycle, Betty. The only person with a new motorcycle around here is Seth.
To them than a human life.
That's the person.
And they wonder why people like me exist, because we get sick of people like them.
How in the hell do Chris and Katie, people, just because they saw them in a Harley shop, they went and bought a new motorcycle, but we haven't seen it. But we have heard Seth say on a panel, "Yeah, I got a new motorcycle, brand new motorcycle, got me a new motorcycle." Couldn't ride it though in the little ride-a-thon that they had, the little poker run, because of his shoulder or something.
And then they want to try to do some underhanded, dirty,
and it wasn't given to him either,
illegal stuff, which so much as tells us that if they are willing to lie to a court and they are willing to lie under penalty of perjury, what are they willing to lie to keep themselves out of jail? What are those four willing to do to keep themselves out of jail? Do you think that they would lie? Do you think that they would lie to law enforcement about what happened on February 25th into February 26th? Or do you think that they would be willing to come truthful about it? Because I got to say, the many, I don't know how, I think if we had to count how many variations of their story there has to be at least 25 different stories. So they can handle their own consequences from their own doing, but I can tell you it's not going to work. And even if I am served and fail to show up, they do not automatically get a default protection order. They have got to meet legal scrutiny, and they cannot meet legal scrutiny. So it doesn't even matter. They've wasted their time. They've wasted the court's time. They have wasted literally everything. And not only that, but they just let law enforcement utilize something else against them to show that they are not being truthful. And they have no problem lying to a court or a police officer or sheriff's department, because they just prove that they're willing to do it. Trust me, the sheriffs, the FBI, and TBI know me. They have absolutely done investigative background on me. for the various cases.
That's stupid, Betty. You're stupid. Okay. If Chris and Katie did something to their son, and I'm saying their son because yes, even though it's stepfather, he's still a father in this, you know. If they did something to Sebastian, do you think that they would want to put a big red flag out there like target, we're gonna go prosecute, we're gonna go to court with a YouTuber. Let's draw more attention to ourselves. Like, I don't think Chris and Katie want to go this route. I think they are forced to go this route because of Betty showing up in their hometown. I mean, driving 12 to 13 hours away. She's not out there looking for Sebastian. So why is she driving over there for? Chris and Katie. That's the only other two people that live there. So why are you doing it, Betty? Why are you doing it? Especially if you don't think, you said yourself, you don't think Sebastian's in Sumner County, Hendersonville. You don't think he's there. You think he's unalive somewhere. Because you said Whitehall or somewhere else. I forget the other place you said. But so you already think that he's not alive. That's cool. I would love to be Seth and, you know, be like, oh, this lady she's looking for a body. She's not even looking for my kids. Like she knows she's out there looking for a body. I wonder what Seth thinks about all this. I wonder what Seth thought. Actually, I do know what Seth thinks. He stands behind Betty. That's what him and Tony both said. There was, I'll tell you about in the next video.
The FBI. The FBI has done its due diligence on my background.
They have not done a background check on Betty. Why would the FBI do a background check on Betty? You are not that important, Betty. You're not important for anybody to be doing any background checks on.
Long before I even got in here, I mean, I had level 2 FBI background checks performed on me multiple times. And then when I got into this, I know during Gabby Petito, they did background searches on me as well as Jonathan. So I know that when we were out in another area, the law enforcement said that they were well aware of us, because of the FBI. So this idea that the FBI doesn't know who I am, law enforcement, big law enforcement don't know what my MO is and what I do. And one thing that they know is I follow the law. I follow the law explicitly. I know the sheriff in my own county. I've got sheriffs all over this country that I'm friends with. So I have a good understanding.
That means she's been fingerprinted.
It's
her and JLR were probably fingerprinted when they were arrested, not because they went down there and offered up their fingerprints to be on the database.
Of what I'm allowed to do and what I'm not allowed to do.
When they got arrested.
It's not like they're dealing with a tiny little fish, okay? It's much different, I'm a political advocate and activist all over the United States. I know a lot of people all over the United States. And that's exactly why I have to follow the law the way I do, because I know a lot of people and they give me guidance.
Absolutely. That's how I met Betty.
This is what you need to do. This is how you need to do it. This is what keeps you in good graces.
The first time I saw Betty was when she was in front of the laundry's house. That was the first time I got a little piece of her.
And so I follow their guidance. And you know what? So far in all of this, I've never had any problems until we got close to finding information out about Chris and Katie. I truly believe more than ever.
Finding out what information? What's this top secret information?
That while Chris was staying in Memphis, many people believe that he was having.
Just think of it this way. There were creator after creator after creator after creator that knew that she had a restraining order, a TPO on her, and she didn't even know. I don't know. I didn't see it. I don't know that. I don't know who did it. I don't know who sent it.
An affair. I'm on the fence about that. I don't think he was there long enough to get that cozy with anybody, but who knows? I haven't heard anything. I was in the area for, several days. And I couldn't find any of that information. You're a terrible play video of you saying, when the court date is, but I don't know when the court date. It doesn't matter. I've got to be served. It's a legal process. They can't say, oh, well, we haven't started. Like, I don't, just because they say so doesn't make it so. I'm not going to go to the court system and look up the information. They are required to inform me about this. Okay.
They already did.
They're required to inform me about this. And at the end of the day, they're breaking the law in order to do this. I'm not worried about it.
That's all she's
I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to be part of their criminal enterprise, nor am I going to be a victim of it. So they can all kiss my ass,
So I can see it's either like she's going to go, she's going to get this restraining order. And then she's going to end up saying corruption.
The courts are required to have me serve, the Bowerstocks and the Proudfoots are required to have me lawfully served. They have failed to do so. And that's something that they're going to have to produce in court and justify why they need a protective order. They have to justify that. They have not done that. They filed an affidavit filled with lies. Well, when they have to go before the court, they have to actually proffer proof of those lies. And there is nothing that they've got on me that could ever rise to the level of them being in fear for their life, especially since I haven't even been into the community except for 2 days over a month ago and never have spoken to them ever. And the one
she was like in Tennessee like yesterday, which I don't know if she's there now because like she went to the Trump thing, but she was there.
Communications that I do have with Terry are recorded on a live stream. So, and he was clearly following me. I've got nothing to worry about. So anybody that's out here trying to peddle, they're peddling it for click.
Okay. Now we all see this, right? We all see this right here is Terry Bowersock. And where we're looking at the lens from is Betty's car. As far as I can see, and I'm going to keep saying this too, because I'll blame it on my one eye all day, every day. I see that Betty's following him in the QX80. Wait till she gets mad. Oh, wait. It didn't. Oh, no.
Are the ones coming and harassing people. That right there, my friend, is Terry Bowersock.
This don't get old. I want to watch it again.
Came by and took a picture. Why are you taking my license plate?
Why are you filming me?
Because you came by and filmed me, Mr. Bowersock.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm in a public place.
Yes.
Why are you harassing me and following me?
Why are
you harassing me and following me when I'm conducting business?
How can I be following you when
You just were in the plaza. You've been following me, sir. You guys have been harassing me and threatening me for 2 days.
Prove it.
I am right here, sir. Right here, sir.
Stopping traffic. Look, that's not illegal, right?
Prove it. Yeah.
It's legal to get out of your car, right? Whenever you want. Little Chinese fire drill. And
I
then
did just prove it, asshole.
She gets so mad.
Better go through that fucking light. Fuck with me.
I'm the worst because when people yell, it makes me laugh. I don't know why. Even when they're yelling at me, it's just it's a bad trait to have, but it makes me like uncontrollably laugh. Like I literally have had someone on this platform even like yell at me one night for 5 minutes. Like he just screamed at me and I laughed so hard. But yes, it just makes me laugh. Because she gets so angry. Betty, it ain't about you. Remember Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, 15 years old from Hendersonville, the town that you're in right now? You know, causing all this ruckus. Like, I mean, I would not call her a victim advocate by any stretch of the imagination.
And views. This is a stunt from them and their criminal YouTubers on this platform that are felons that actually help other criminals get away with their crimes. You see,
so they're saying that YouTubers are helping Chris and Katie with all this. Because that's what Chris and Katie really want to be doing, Betty, messing with YouTubers.
Chris and Katie gravitate to those channels that help criminals. That's all that needs to be done. They help criminals. So I don't know what to say. They are criminals, and they just proved it with all of this. They don't mind breaking the law. They don't mind lying.
You've been arrested 42 times. I'm sure some of them have you've been, found guilty of. You're a criminal with us, Betty.
That's enough for me. And that's
why you need to get a get out of jail free card on the back of your press pass, like I have. That way, when you go to these little towns and you stir up all this controversy, you have your press pass on one side, you flip it around, and then you have your get out of jail free card on the other one.
Now,
only good one use.
Recorded on public record. So that was stupid. Again, these people are not very, very smart, and they're allowing felons to guide them through a legal process, which is stupid. So they just look like an idiot, and they just probably moved the case for the police a little bit further because now the police actually have something significant that they can look at and say they lied here under oath. Are they willing to lie to me? Absolutely. If they're willing to do this to me, What are they willing to do to save their own hide? Anyways, guys, rock it out with your coffee beans out. I will talk to you guys later. God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you soon.
Rock it out with your coffee beans out, but it doesn't rhyme. Doesn't go well, Betty. That doesn't go well. Yeah, so Betty, that's Betty. I mean, she did another live too. Like she did a live, and I thought it was gonna be like something that I wanted. I knew she wasn't gonna have no new information, but I thought it would be something like, more than what she said. Because let's see what the video title was. Sebastian Rogers, period. I just thought of something, ! Tennessee, period. And the thing that she's going to talk about is just the DA looking over her videos. Yeah, the DA is going to be looking at your videos, Betty. That's what they're going to be doing. And I'm trying to pause her. I couldn't pause her. Oh my gosh, that's like the devil working there. Was like not letting me pause her. Is she still wearing the same shirt in this one? I think this is a different shirt, but it looks like the same color. Because this one says I love Jesus on it. I can't read the rest of it. But Betty, you probably need to go find some Jesus.
That's already affecting the area that I'm at.
Now I got to play her at 1.25 because I can't handle her. But she just did this live or like an hour or so ago. Like right before my live came on, I was over there listening to it and I was just like, what? She'll talk about a little bit of everything, but I feel like Sebastian Rogers. And the things that so the things that people are focusing on also are things that are irrelevant. Like we've been told the flashlight or the trash can or whatever, the trash truck or whatever the video is, if the officers, investigators are saying that it's a trash can truck or a trash truck, it's a trash truck. You know what I mean? Like they did their due diligence. Not like that. Remember they went to the landfill and they were searching the landfill. So it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibilities that the trash was picked up the night before, right? Or the morning of, because the fact that they went and checked the landfill. So, right. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. Betty doesn't put her common sense brain on her hat, her common sense hat. It goes out the window. And I forgot to show some of the comments. If your comment isn't being shown, it's not because of, it's not you, it's me. I'm trying to show them. She only is on here for a few minutes.
I don't know, but their Wi-Fi apparently in a lot of the areas is completely down. And
does anyone know where she is right here? I know that she might say, I think she was at the Trump rally, but I'm not sure if I'm not sure when the Trump rally was. Was it yesterday, day before?
So that's what was wrong this morning. Whenever I was coming live, I kept saying I couldn't hook up to the internet. And it was because of that. There's something going on and it still hasn't been resolved either way. But I hope everybody's doing well. How was your Saturday? My Saturday was very eventful. I mean, I had an amazing day today, a very exhausting day. It was absolutely, utterly exhausting. I have to be honest with you, though. I like the rallies in the arenas. It's cooler. I don't necessarily care for the food. I miss it. It's an experience to be at a Trump rally.
So, Sebastian Rogers, I just thought of something, and we're talking about Trump.
I do hope one day it becomes safe enough where he can do an outside rally again, because nothing ever changes an outside rally. I mean, whether you're hot, burning up, or whatever, it's an amazing event, and you have like the rows where you can get Trump swag and the food, the food trucks and stuff that are out there. Hey guys, it's nice to see you.
Not me. Put me inside all day long.
Hey. Regina, Jules, Emma, Suzanne, it's nice to see you. Jesus loves Brenda. So does the Bullhorn Betty show. Regina, it's nice to see you. Jenny, our beautiful crystal pistols. A little bit of everything. It's nice to see you.
I love Jesus, but I can't read the rest of her shirt.
Our beautiful Karen, it's nice to see you, my love. Sadie, Sonia, I'm wearing my shirt.
Do you ever notice? And I hate to be that person I'm going to be petty for a minute. Do you ever notice the people that shouldn't wear low cut tops are the ones that wear low cut tops? Is it just anybody else? It's for me. I've seen my whole life. I've seen it. And I love it when, I had one girl that worked for me and she said she couldn't cover, she never got hired because it was an interview. She couldn't cover her girls up. She said they were too big. I was like, t-shirt. That's not a V-neck. Huh? And then she said she said something else too. Like she likes to go to work in sweatpants or something. And it was a boutique I was hiring for it. I'm like, oh Lordy.
I was talking. Oh my gosh, I said the JC word today. I sure did. Something happened. And I said,
And her I love Jesus.
and I'm sitting right next to Miss Sharon, and I said, Miss Sharon, I'm so sorry. You know, because her personality and your personality, she's much older, but your personality and her personality remind me of it.
Older.
And I started, I started talking to her. She's like, oh, you're okay. I heard worse, you know, and you know, I've said worse. And I'm like, as a matter of fact, because I was wearing this shirt, I love Jesus, but I cuss a little. I said, you know what? I have never known Sonia to lie before until she made this shirt for me. And she looks down at it. She's got a kick out of it. She knew immediately what was wrong
Her best friend Sonia made it for her.
with it. It's like, you don't cuss a little, you cuss a lot. I'm like, yeah, that's me. Livy, it's nice to see you. Michelle, it's nice to see you. Kelly, it's nice to have you. Vicky, Natalie, who else do we have? Patricia, Sweet Jones, it's nice to see you. Mia Bright, Kay, I think I already said hi to you, Regina, but I'll say hi again. Hey, Regina. Vicky,
What's she saying like that for?
Karen, it's nice to see you. True Crime Addict, Connie, good afternoon.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Good afternoon. Donna is up in the house, followed by Tippy Toes. Crystal, Lisa, Rhonda. It's nice to see you all. Rosebud, did I skip over someone? I said hi to you, Emma. Peggy, Mama Bear, it's nice to see you. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Curly Girly, it's nice to see you. I'm curling up a little bit, but I think it's the humidity. I surely do. I think it's the humidity. I need a shower. I feel ugh. But I like it. I do like the arenas, though. West Virginia Hollow Girl, it's nice to see you. Miss Lee, Mom of 3. Don't forget, she's got a new FC. I think it's. I might have screwed it up for you. I'm sorry, but you got to go there. I think one of my mods still have a link for you.
Why is she like under the blankets and everything? Like, I mean, I mean, there's creators that will do like really cute videos and they'll be sitting in front of their bed or whatever, you know, and like it's the background and it's totally an aesthetic and it's really cute. And I thought about doing that one time. Maybe in the future I will, because I just always think it's a good, like, cute little view. But Betty's always up in the bed with them blankets on her. Like, do you get out of bed, Betty? Or do you just turn on the camera and go? I mean, I hope you brushed your teeth this morning.
So they can drop that down there. Go over there and help support a great supporter of the Bullhorn Betty.
I guess not, Roxanne.
Like, grab it up. Make sure you don't forget to tell us about it. Tell us about it. Because, you know, like Sonia, I got my shirt. See? It says, I love Jesus.
Tell us about it. What are we doing? Are we going to write it out and send a carrier pigeon to you?
So you guys can't have it because you cuss a little bit more than me. You know, I bet you do. Especially the
I
ones
do.
in the bushes.
I do. I probably do. Yeah. That's
They're
me.
cussing right now, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
Izzy, it's nice to see you. Bobby, Mullins girl, it's nice to see you. Timu, Hash Brown, hey, love.
Timu was in there. Timu was in there trolling her. If it's the same one.
And you? I think, Misty's up in the house. Hey, honey. I hope your mom is doing well. And that goes for Love It, too. I hope your mom is doing well as well. Chris, it's nice to see you. Big Mac Mike is up in the house. Mr. and Mrs. Car Guy, it's nice to see you. It's nice to see you. Sheila, Ella, Patty, and anybody else that I missed. We got quite a few people in here. So I'm just going to say hi to a whole bunch of you. SPED teacher, it's nice to see you. Pam, it's nice to see you as well. If you guys asked a question before I got down to the bottom, you might want to re-ask it, because I just passed over a whole bunch of them. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I'm telling you the truth. Funny, Betty, but I have to admit I slipped on a small cuss word. I do too. But this one wasn't a cuss word.
Not a small one, Betty. We just heard your mouth and how it works.
I swear. I just used the Lord's name in vain. I just didn't cuss. That's all. But I told her about that. I said, I didn't know. I've never known Sonia to be a liar until she made this shirt. I'll pray for you, Sonia. It's the least I can do, all the prayers you've given me. Hey, Nikki, it's nice to see you. It's nice to see you. So I was thinking about something, you know, with everything going on and stuff like that. And we're finding out a little bit here and a little bit there. You know, it's all kind of confused, but we're still finding out a little bit here and a little bit there about what's going on up there in Tennessee and stuff like that. And I was reading an article or a little snippet of an article, and it said something about the DA reviewing it. And it just dawned on me, the DA is going to go through my videos here on this channel. And I can't think of a better use of that DA's time than to hear the commentary and the work that we've done.
Yeah, her
So I just
Southern
keep wondering,
accent,
you know,
that's
if this
not,
is-
like, what she's putting on this little Southern thing, man, she's making me itch. Just, man, that's, we talked about it, I had to scratch myself. It's too much. It's too much of a draw. Like, she sounds like she should be in Tennessee more. Like, you know, where they're like, I don't know, the drawl is more like y'all. Like, compared to Florida. I don't know. People in Florida, they don't really talk like that. I've never heard anybody in Florida talk like this. And I have family that lives there. So I don't know.
maybe if this is, you know, the Bauer Sox, which it looks like it possibly is,
No, I mean, you never.
that would be a great idea for law enforcement and the DA. As a matter of fact, the DA be up in my videos. We've done a lot of work. We have done a lot of work. I keep wondering if they sealed their fate. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be playing tug of war with my mama. True crime. I think my mama loves her fur granddaughter.
Oh my lordy. Okay, let's get talking to
My mom was
Sebastian.
telling me, 'cause I got this little this little satchel thing, you
Almost.
know, that goes over it. She kind of just slips right in, you know, that you can carry her, because she's one thing I noticed about her, she's very needy, you know, she's very she doesn't like being alone. She has separation anxiety. I noticed that with her, you know. And so she wants you always touching her or being around her some way, some form. It's sweet, you know, and quite frankly, she's my dog. I want her kind of like that anyways, right? So
Oh, we're not going to hear this, are we? We're going to next hear. I had to get rid of her because she was too clingy. She needed me. You see this thing back here? I don't think you can see her because she's a gray ghost. But I have a dog back here that's 90 pounds in this chair, this couch chair right here. Wherever I go, she goes. You know the saying, you know, the quote, wherever you go, I go. I thought that was me and Vincent's quote, but it's really me and Mia's quote. That's why she's always in here. So she's going to end up, now she's saying, so I'm assuming that when she leaves to go on these work trips that she takes, she leaves the dog with her mom to save money. So who's going to be the owner of the dog? Because Betty is not even home enough to have a dog. It seems like that's poor puppy. That poor puppy. Like, if I was doing this kind of stuff about this life and I didn't have a van and I wasn't like van lifing it up with my 2 dogs with me, I wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't be able to stay in a hotel room without my animals and like, nope, not a day.
I'm glad that she's, you know,
I think Betty says she doesn't drink, but I don't know about that.
her to have her independence so she doesn't get like bored. She's, you know, she learns to play by herself, and I'll play with her too. But I noticed that so anyways, I took this little thing and I told my mom, I said, you know, I just got it. I put her in it a couple times just to see how she'd do. I said, I thought she did pretty well. I said, but I didn't know if you were going to leave or go to the store. I thought I'd bring it. I said, you know, I just kind of stick her right in, you know, I just dangle her feet.
Like a harness?
You know, it's got a little zipper and everything, but there's no need to. She's so tiny. All you got to do is line her up to the hole, you know? And so anyways.
T-Dub, they wouldn't want my 2 crazies though.
My mom's a clean freak. Okay. She's just an absolute utter clean freak. And so she vacuums her house. Like I'm sure she vacuums it in the morning. If she still does what she did when I was a kid, you know, I haven't lived with my mom in quite a long time. So I don't know her habits, her morning habits, if you get my drift. And
I swear Betty and her mom lived together.
So she was telling me, she's like, oh, she loved it. I think my mama loved it more. She had this little satchel. She had this little baby poopy up in it, and she's just vacuuming. She can just go around. She doesn't even have to worry about trying to watch this little puppy run around or anything. She can get her housework done. She can get her housework done, right? So my mom's like, oh, she loves it, and she just can't. I think my mom was tickled pink with it because it sounded like mom liked the little extra, you know, the extra weight. But she did. Apparently, Delilah did amazing while mom cleaned the house. Maybe we found a new way to clean the house when we have puppies. Stick them in a little thingy. Yeah. Who knew? We were doing it wrong all these years.
I thought she was talking about a harness, but I don't know what she's talking about.
You know? Who knew?
My dog is not scared of a vacuum cleaner, a shampooer, nothing, right? Nothing. But a little girl screams outside and she takes off like a bat out of hell.
I'm behind you 100% in Fayetteville, Tennessee. If you need me, just let me know. Oh, great. Well, we're going to need you out there on February 26th. I got use for you. Hey, BHB, good to see you. Hanging tough, lady. Yeah, it's been, like I said, I've had an eventful day today. Oh, Sweet Jones gifted 1 Bullhorn Betty membership. If you received your Bullhorn Betty membership, don't forget to tell her thank you. Oh, I know who got it. True Crime Addict. Welcome to the crazy family.
Now, remember, last night
Crazy
she
Moon.
said, you can't even gift memberships on my channel.
Nice to see you, my love.
Betty.
YouTubers should stick together on this one because they could be the next one, in my opinion. Absolutely. But you know what? To be honest with you, the only people this is affecting. Remember, one of the reasons why a lot of these channels hate us is because we're boots on the ground, right? That's why they target us, is because they're sitting at home with their thumb up their ass, and we're out here working really hard, and spending real money to find answers to this stuff, right?
Spending the subscribers' money. Don't let her fool you for 1 minute. Because she wouldn't be standing here sitting in this hotel bed if it wasn't for her subscribers. She wouldn't be able to do this on her own. She doesn't have a man that can help her. No, I'm not saying that's no offense. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but she doesn't have like a man or significant other that can flex her bill or put up the bill while she goes out here and does this. She needs her subscribers to do this. And I just want her subscribers to look at what she's doing. Like, really, what is she doing there? What has she done? Other than put up flyers in Sebastian's own neighborhood. The one place where people know he's missing.
So, for the most of them, they would probably prefer that they can just sit at home and everybody just be the same. I can sit home and do absolutely nothing, act like I care about these cases, but not really show I care about these cases, right? So it's, one of the reasons why we've been attacked so much on this platform is because we are boots on the ground. We go out there. People walk up to us and tell us information. We knew what happened in Leilani's. Dolly and I literally found out just about everything we needed to know related to Leilani's case within 24 hours of us being boots on the ground. Everybody's like, oh.
There wasn't shit to know. Other than everyone knew she did it.
Oh, she probably just, fell asleep and he drowned in the pool or this. And it's like, no, that is not.
We all knew he didn't drown in the pool, you dumbass, because they drained the pool. Don't talk about Quentin Simon's case if you don't even know Quentin Simon's case.
That is not.
You were too busy in the front yard causing a ruckus and having the cops called over 30 times in 30 days. That's what you all were doing. That's what you guys were doing. People couldn't die in their own homes. They were at hospice care. They had to be taken out of their homes. They couldn't even die in their own home. Can you imagine that? You just want to live out your last freaking days in the home that you probably bought when you were in your 20s, 30s. And you can't even do that because of Bullhorn, Justin Fraw, Dolly, Molly, all of the whole clan was there.
Absolutely not what happened to that boy. We knew that within 24 hours of us putting our boots on that ground, right? Summer Wells, we all have our opinions. We at this point, I think what Tennessee does, now this is just my opinion, for anybody out there, which I say, do your own damn research, bring your own damn opinion, right?
I've never heard her say that once.
But I think it's because they never found her body. And I don't see Tennessee really, every case that I review in Tennessee, I haven't found a nobody case where their prosecutors had to build a case off of circumstantial evidence. So it doesn't seem like they have the palate for that or the ability to do that, either with their current laws in the book. And I have to think a lot of their laws are similar from state to state with a few nuances, And if that's the case, they need to start looking into these other states that are successful in their nobody cases, Forensic technology this day and age can really seal the fate for a lot of these people, Whenever you don't know what happened, you follow those digital footprints. Those have been amazing. And that's where a lot of people get their circumstantial cases. Look at Brian Koberger, right? Brian Koberger, without that speck of DNA, he would have been a circumstantial case. But again, we don't know what is going on. But I can tell you that when I'm there is a sense that there is something in that community where they know that there's something is off with Chris and Katie, period. They know something's off. The neighbors know something off. The people in the community know something's off. They're becoming the laughing stock of their community. They're the laughing stock of YouTube, And
no, you have that.
Beyond a shadow of a doubt, they have.
No, that's Betty. Betty is the laughing stock of YouTube.
Have no earthly idea lying under oath, intentionally and willfully lying under oath. Both parties, the Bowerstocks and the Proudfoots. The news called KP for a response and no response from KP. Yeah, because once again, she thought she was going to do dirty under the, they don't want attention on them.
No, if she wanted to do you dirty, she would have taken that call and said all kinds of dirty shit about you, Betty, because she is the mother of a child that is missing. She is considered a victim herself right now. Nobody, the officers and the investigators have come out and said there's no suspects as of right now. There's no suspects and nobody's been cleared family-wise. Because obviously the officers don't know what the hell happened to Sebastian. They're still investigating it. I mean, sad to say, but that's what they're doing.
Not only did they
unless they know a lot more and they're not telling us.
They not just put a
And I
bright
hope that's
shining
the
light
case.
back on them, right? On a worldwide case. Oh, that's not going to get attention of everybody, right? So they're wanting this to die down, but they do stupid crap like this, like lying under oath and stuff like that, and stir the crap back up for them. And then they want to go silent and say everybody's picking on them. Well, you're missing a kid if you've forgotten. It's not about Bullhorn Betty. It really is about Sebastian Rogers. But I think these parents have forgotten that. I think after February 26th, it was like, okay, he's gone. Let's get back to life. That's not how it works in the real world. I don't know what deluded fantasy world they're on, but there's a lot of people looking for this boy, and they're not going to stop. And there's a lot of people looking directly at Chris and Katie Proudfoot, and they're not going to stop. Okay? I have my opinions, and I'm going down where my information leads me is exactly what I'm doing, and I am lawfully able to do so. If they don't like it, that's not my problem. But them lying under oath is. But I'm glad to know that now we absolutely 100% know the district attorney is looking at the Bullhorn Betty channel. And I have to think that we've covered quite a bit on this channel, much like everybody else. And I'm sure it's not going to be much different than the information. As a matter of fact, I think law enforcement has a lot more information than obviously we do. But we have different angles at it. Like, what about this, February 26, 2020, or 2016, the date of Katie's filing, and exactly 8 years from that date, he's gone. And literally on the 5-month anniversary of her child gone, she decides to file a false report. The 26th seems a little significant to this woman for some reason. Does anybody know why? If you know why, please reach out to bullhornbetty@gmail.com. I should be careful about saying that, right? I might put them in fear for their life. Holy shit. Important message in Gmail. I'll read it. Hey,
Whoa.
it's codependent. Yep, she is codependent. Holy shit. Hi, please reach out to bullhornbetty@gmail.com. I should be careful about saying that, right? I might put them in fear for their life. Holy shit.
Well, it looks like it.
Important message in Gmail.
I would be.
Hey, Cheeky Chops. It's
If somebody was going live on me this many times throughout the day, every single day, over like 200 videos or over 100, easily over 100 videos, I would be nervous.
codependent. Yep, she is codependent.
You don't know who she is. I don't know her. I mean, as of right now, me right here, just chilling and hanging out with y'all tonight. I don't know Bullhorn Betty. I don't know what she's capable of. She could be on her way to Hendersonville right now. For all we know, we don't know. We don't know this woman. This woman is literally batshit crazy.
She just loves her mommy. I talk to her every day. I get to see her beautiful face. It's nice to see you, Cheeky Chops. Alan G, good evening.
That's weird. Like, I'm jealous that you got your mama, but that's weird to say. Like, I don't know. That's weird. My mom would be like, why are you talking about me on camera for?
Oh, he said.
She would too.
He said what? On whose channel? I don't, and be careful putting people's full. She's a whale. So if you want to talk about that lady, you can call her a whale, and we'll know who you're talking about. Okay? You don't need to call her by name in my chat, okay? Because we don't really kind of. I know you didn't mean to do it. Well, we just don't plug hate channels and channels that protect bad guys on this platform. Our platform's much bigger, so we don't want to give them any credit. You know what I'm saying? They don't deserve it. Trump 2064. Yeah, that was good. That was good. It was nice seeing him. The arenas are harder, man. They're really hard. They're hard to strategize. This was a difficult one. We had to call in, we had to get in the expedited line, get our bins. We had to do some maneuvering. These arenas, man, these arenas are tough. We didn't get in the front row in the arena. We did not get in the front row, but in all fairness, we were in the first row available to the general public. We were in the first row to the general public. So we
Congratulations, Betty.
not in the first row, but we were in the first row.
Wonder how many babies and kids she pushed down to get there. I could see her totally doing that.
And he even said something. He's like, why are you guys not in the front row? We tried. The arena sucked, Trump. That's why. That's why it's hard. We have to strategize, you know? We have to strategize. We're not used to the arenas. We're used to, huge fields. We got a good strategy. We pull in days in advance just to get our plan together on our strategy on how we're getting our butts from the back of this area over here to the very front of that line. Okay. And trust me, sometimes it's not easy. It's not easy. But we did get some help. We did get some help. Thank God.
It's her Trump gear. That's her Trump bracelet. Bright green.
Gods were alive in this one, so we were able to get some expedited.
I wonder. Oh, she probably doesn't take them off until it's like necessarily necessary.
Bands, which helped us. It just helped us a little bit, but it was tough. But we got as close as we could get in an arena. Okay, I think we've gotten closer in other arenas, but this one was all weird because they screwed Well, I shouldn't say that. We got there, several days in advance.
Seriously, how funny would that be? Like, I would spend money on that. What, like, literally, if we all collected, like, we could get other creators even in on it and like get this little fund together and go to like one of these like therapy sites. Because the girl's going to need it after all this. If she doesn't need it right now, she's going to need it after Chris and Katie are done with her, because she's done some really crazy things in this case. Not just this case, every case she's covered. But I think that would be hilarious to have a little setup, like a little fund set up for her, and let her know, like, you can only use this, for therapy. Like, can't go on a trip with it.
And then we have to wait until the line is up, right? And then once, you know what? I didn't see this. Hold on. I missed over. Oh, Tony, I didn't even see you there. I just happened to see a peek. And I'm like, wait a minute. Did I gloss over it? Maybe I haven't gotten down to you yet. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So
she didn't. Oh, so she didn't show it. Okay, let's see if it's on the screen right here. If not, I'll show it to you.
We get there,
okay. Well, I took a picture of it. I guess that's a good thing. Now, my picture isn't the best. I mean, but it shows you what it says. And you guys know me. I have no reason. I really have no reason to lie to you guys about what this picture says. So, okay. Oh, cool. I highlighted it. So you can see right here, this is where it was said, Seth and I support you, Team Sebastian, Tony Mathis. There's Bullhorn Betty's little symbol thing too, if you need like that. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Seth supports this mess. I'm sorry. What? You're the father of a missing child and you support that that a creator is going after your ex-wife and her husband? You're cool with that. Remember that, Seth Rogers, when karma comes back around. I mean, sometimes she works really quick. Sometimes she takes her time, but I wouldn't be messing with karma right now in the position that you're in, Seth. I really wouldn't. I just wouldn't. I would be like praying to the Lord heavens above. Having people go after I can't even handle that.
We call it Disney.
The mother of your child.
The serpentine, right?
It's disgusting. It is.
And so it hadn't been set up yet. And
here it came up.
We're sitting there. We're like, well, we can just put our.
I was waiting on it to come up in it. Yeah. All right, there, I'll show it to you again just in case. But yeah. Betty.
Stuff up there. And we're like, no. Okay. So then we go ahead and what was it? So we talk to them. They tell us where the front of the line will be before they start setting it up. So we go and I come back here and then I meet them for lunch, and then we go back and we find out that it all is set up. And then
this is Sebastian Rogers. I just thought of something.
We already see some people standing in line, or not.
We haven't heard anything yet. 21 minutes in.
We're like, okay, well, they're not in the line.
Trump.
So, we just went straight up to the line and put our stuff where we were told the general admission line was. The problem was we needed to be in the expedited line. So that's where all the hinky stuff came in. So long story short, we ended up getting through. We ended up getting to the front of the lawn, for
How does
because they had.
I don't do politics really, but how does Betty feel about JD Vance and his stance on women with no children and that are cat people?
2 rows
I'm just curious.
reserves. And
because
so
she's one of them.
We saw her. Well,
Betty.
no, I shouldn't say reserves.
Betty, you're one of us. You haven't pushed out a child. You barely have a dog.
So we had reserve seating up here, then we had VIP, and then we
she
had
did not
general admission. And so the first row of general admission, we're dead center in the stage.
You know she's general admission. She ain't no VIP, no crap. She ain't sitting behind Trump on the podium or nothing.
But we're not VIP. I mean, they have gold bands. I get one of these. Well, I get a green band or an expedited band. I got an expedited band around here somewhere.
Well, she did take it off and put it on
There's
her.
my expedited band right here.
Oh, sneaky lady.
And they already got the expedited ones with Trump.
I don't know why I said that.
I'll be darned. And this one only has Trump on it. They must have ordered a lot of green bands because these are usually the general admission bands that they use in general admission. But I'm pretty sure they're probably going to be changing these out for Trump Vance. I just realized this one has Trump and Vance on it. I didn't notice that earlier. So that's kind of cool. So anyways,
we're here for
the only thing I didn't like is all we had to eat is hot dogs. If you guys know anything about me, that's like my least favorite thing to eat is hot dogs. So
why would Trump only have hot dogs at his rally? Why is it just hot dogs? Surely Trump can afford a bratwurst or, a couple steak dinners, right, for Betty?
Anyways, I figured I'd come on here for a little bit, just say hi to everybody, let you know that today was a great day, but we need to get back to Sebastian. We're not going to let these stupid distractions distract us away because, obviously we're shaking some trees. If they're acting this way toward me and nobody else, I mean, like Terry Lynn's out there searching for a kid every single day, and I'm looking into this from a different angle. Like I was out, Mississippi, hitting up the stores, showing them Sebastian's flyer, asking if they had seen either one of the parents, having them, talk to their loss prevention people to go back in their footage if they see either one of the people, the people that I think they need to focus on. But at the end of the day, those are the people that have stayed in that area. So I'm just looking for them between the 26th through the 2nd. So I told them, I know you guys can't share the footage with me, but if you see these people on it, they took pictures and everything they needed to take. I said, if you see these people on this footage, please reach out to 1-800-TBI-FIND. And so they took all the information. They took pictures of this, the flyer. They took pictures of the phone number, and they took pictures of the parents. So
why would they need to take a picture of the flyer when you could leave the flyer with them and they could put it up in their window when they're done looking at it?
Again, we are going to figure out. Hopefully, this will help. I mean, we don't know what law enforcement has done. I can tell you when we were doing Summer Wells case, with all those boots on the ground that were out in Summer Wells case,
I'm trying not to interrupt her. I'll try to interrupt her for a couple more minutes, but I wanted to let you guys know this. I forget who commented. I saw the comment though, but one of you guys commented and you wanted to know if there was a way to get flyers for Sebastian so that you could like put them out or something like that. I don't know why I said this before because this is kind of stupid that I said this, but I said before, like, why would you send out like one flyer? Because like the cost of the stamp would be more than the flyer. But if I were to send out a stack of flyers, I mean, that would make sense. So if anybody does want like a stack of flyers, email me and I will try to get some stuff sent out, by this week, the beginning of this week sometime. I mean, for a mailer envelope, you can get like 3 for $1 at the Dollar Tree or something like that. And it's not that expensive. Paper is not that expensive. Ink is a little expensive, but we're good. We'll be okay. We just pay for the extra ink, I just tell the printer to do it. I don't know. I forget how you do it, but you just contact the ink thing and they'll give you more. So yeah. So email me and then I'll put my email address in the chat. It's titaniumboo@gmail.com.
We found that the holler, the mountain on the other side, literally on the other side of Ben Hill Road, not one of their residents had ever been questioned by law enforcement before we got our boots on the ground out there, and that was 6 months after Summer Wells went missing. And the stories that these neighbors told us, because they said the mountains, they carry, they can hear over what's going on this mountain over on their mountain. They absolutely can. They talked about the fights that Don and Candace would get into. They could hear sound travels. I don't know how, but it has something to do with the mountains and the all that stuff, But either way, that's what's it's a little crazy. but they heard, so I keep wondering, is there places, because this is Mississippi, this is the state that TDI would have literally no jurisdiction over. Would there be cooperation from law enforcement to law enforcement? Yeah. But would they thought to even look into that cooperation? You would think that they would, especially if Chris's camper was here. But you know what? I'm starting to agree, in part with a few of the people that have been emailing me. And they believe that Chris was staying at a completely different RV park. And he actually, because he had to go back and get his RV within that, whatever few days or whatnot. But people believe
they're not going to be that sneaky. They're not going to know. They didn't know what the internet was going to do to them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that. I think that they may have left now and they're not staying there now. But I don't think in the beginning they did that.
That Chris was at a different RV park than the Yogi Bear campground the night that Sebastian disappeared. Has anybody heard that? Does anybody know that? And if, that's what I needed to do. Why is it not letting me go? Hold on a second. I forgot to even grab that. Yes, Missy, I will drop that. I'm so sorry. I forgot all about that. I remember something going on with your mom, but I forgot what we had to, sorry about that. Yes. But it's going to be too late now because I didn't give it to my mods. So I've got to go back and find that email. I'm sorry I dropped the ball on you, see, but I did. I forgot all about that. I'm so sorry. So, and you can also post it on Bullhorn Betty Facebook as well. Just to let you know, you're more than welcome to post that on there. I'll approve it. I heard that in the beginning. Rose
That was
said.
nice. Now, I don't know what happened. I will say this about Bullhorn Betty. I'm going to say something nice right now, and I can't believe I'm actually saying it, but I saw this, and I thought this was really nice. Somebody in the chat commented, I don't know if it was a mod or just a subscriber. I think it was just a subscriber, not saying just a subscriber, but or like a member, but it wasn't like one of her mods, like somebody. I feel like I don't know, just bear with me when I try to figure out my words. But a subscriber of hers, I think it was a member, because I think I had the little member sign, asked if she could put her mom's pay link, like her Cash App, in the chat. And I saw that comment and I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, who has the nerve to ask that, right? Like, in my mind, I'm going like, this lady's nuts. Well, apparently she had reached out to Bullhorn Betty and they set something up, and Bullhorn was supposed to put her link in, but she just didn't. But I guess she is going to go back and put her mom's cash link in there. I guess something happened to her mom. So she doesn't really know what's going on. Betty doesn't, and she should know if she's going to help her, but she is trying to help her. So I'll give her that.
Oh, IK3. Thank you, my love. God bless you. I appreciate that. Yes, I heard
I'll
that
give
too
her
in the
that
beginning.
one.
Okay, so everybody's been hearing
It's
that.
probably an old account. Probably
When did
right.
that change? No, it's not. It's actually, if you were watched from the beginning, which clearly you didn't, the whole shirt was explained like in detail. It's a shirt Sonia made for me that says, I love Jesus, but I cuss a little. What do you mean? Why do you care if it's a Trump shirt? I like literally
don't you talk about Daddy Trump.
Stream from the Trump venue, Scooter. So if my politics offends you in any way, there's no need to be here. Just saying.
So if you don't like Trump, if that's your personal thing, if you don't like Trump, you can't be around Betty. Gotta love him. Gotta love Trump to be around Betty.
Lisa B. always, I think CP was staying with family on weekends in February. Interesting. Well, we definitely know that there was something going on in this household. We've heard from, friends of friends that described Sebastian Rogers as not being himself, leading up to
friends of friends.
Friends of friends that describe.
No friend of a friend ever said that, Betty.
Described Sebastian Rogers as not being himself, leading up to his disappearance. They say that he's usually very talkative. I did inquire about what were their conversations, and they said mostly games. A lot of his conversations with people were about games.
So it seems like he's a little depressed, right? Right. Okay, Betty. Okay, we'll go with that. Betty. So then do you think that he could have left and maybe did this to himself? And I'm not saying that happened. I'm not even wanting to throw that out there. But Betty, you're kind of giving Katie an out. Do you hear yourself? Do you listen? Are you listening, Betty? If Sebastian was so depressed and this, that, and the other, Katie, I mean, like, Katie wouldn't need a reason to unalive him. If he was already heading up down that path the way you describe him, you described Sebastian like he had the worst life ever, that he is just this defective autistic kid that, you know, was overstimulated his last day alive. And his mom did all this stuff for him because she knew she was going to do something to him that night. She didn't know what, she didn't know where, she didn't know how, she didn't know with whom, but she knew it was going to happen. Like,
maybe that's what
Betty, you did good. Go get you that $70 steak dinner.
helped him, you know, break the ice with talking to new people, was if they had a common interest in games. So it sounds like that. So it did sound like Sebastian was under stresses. It sounds like there was things going on inside that home. We definitely heard from multiple neighbors that.
Do you think a stressor could be your mom having you in therapy and the therapist having you on certain medications? But every couple of weeks when you go to see your father, he rips you off of those medications and he doesn't give them to you. So every 2 weeks for 2 days, you're coming down off of something cold turkey, and then you're getting put right back on it on Monday. So you're getting an extra dose. She's her own influencer.
Chris and Katie's arguments have spilled out into the public eye and their community on multiple occasions.
When?
It sounds like around every 6 months. They've only been.
I have never seen heard them fight. Oh, I've heard Seth say some words
in the house for like a year and a half. A couple of those neighbors heard him telling her it's her son or him, and he storms off. Now we know that he didn't come back almost the entire week of February, or the entire month of February. He didn't come.
What is this, Melrose Place? Everyone can hear everybody.
A different campground. Interesting. Yeah, I think I'd like to explore that. We need to know what campground, because if he did the switcheroo, that might be key. You know, people are looking at Yogi Bear or around Yogi Bear, and it really needs to be around the other campground, because why would he make this sudden move? You know, I'm sorry, but Nick Bears can have his opinion that, you know, they may be very fully cooperative, but I'm sorry, they've lied through their teeth, and they're willing to lie to law enforcement. They're willing to lie under oath, in my opinion, because they're lying about me. So we all know, we've all seen what they are doing and what they are capable of doing. We've all heard Nina's interview. We have a good handle on who the Bower Sox and the Proudfoots are, and they stink to high heaven. Okay, they seem like they try to bully people into submission, and when that doesn't work, they try to do underhanded court crap. It sounds like that's what they did in Nina's case. That's what they're doing here with me.
According to you, Betty, you're the one that stinks. You need a bath, you said.
But they just needed they're gonna stew in their own mess over this. So I'm not even really too worried about it. But I'm not going to be a victim of their criminal activity. I'm just.
Well, she's lying to herself.
And they are criminals. Okay, all 3 people that I know of right now in that family have recently committed at least Class A misdemeanors. Just saying. If she's trying to claim defamation, she's going to have to prove what you've said isn't true, which could bite her in the butt and expose more truth. Yeah, but you can't go a criminal route for a defamation lawsuit. They can clearly get an attorney and sue me in Florida if they feel I have defamed them so much so, more so than anybody else on this platform. But I think they've been their own worst enemies.
They don't want to sue you. They just want you to shut up.
Okay. So nobody has anybody.
You don't have anything.
Okay. I didn't tell them to disappear the kid. Okay. So I don't know. Their kid is missing. They haven't been looking for him. They've never looked for him. And the lady ran away from home. Okay. I'm allowed to have any damn opinion I want on that. Okay. And at the end of the day, they're responsible. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This child was absolutely 100% dependent upon them, didn't have really a whole lot of outside influences. They kept him under lock and key because Chris is so damn controlling over every damn thing. You guys can see who the puppet master is. Katie's right there with him. Okay, don't put anything past Katie. Katie's not this innocent little, oh my gosh, right? She's not. That lady looks down on law enforcement when she has to go into law enforcement's office. She thinks she's above the law. That's exactly what Katie Proudfoot thinks. She thinks she's absolutely 100% above the law, and the law does not apply to her.
I can't wait for the judge to say the same thing about you, Betty.
Thank you. We stand strong. Absolutely, we do. And you know what? At the end of the day, they're not going to shut me up. I have a constitutional right. I have absolute right, period. I have rights to film her house on public property. There ain't a damn thing she can do about it. She can't say squat. She's got her own video camera and video footage. She can proffer right to that court to show them how many times I went by that lady's house.
You cannot stalk
I
somebody.
guarantee it. She ain't going to have it. The lady lied. The lady lied. And she's going to promote. I have a funny feeling. Everybody keeps calling this courthouse corrupt. And maybe they do some underhanded stuff. I don't know. But, the law is clear on its face. And you can't even get this damn DA's office to arrest them, okay? To arrest them with this circumstantial shit. And they have less.
There's nothing, absolutely nothing to arrest them on. What are we going to arrest them on?
Than that, because I've done nothing wrong.
Sonya needs to be arrested for making you that t-shirt, and you need to be arrested for wearing it.
Do you honestly think that she's going to get a
Lying
protective
on
order?
Jesus.
I mean, I want people to use some common sense here.
She used the word common sense, the words, uh-oh.
She does. I will be very shocked, because at the end of the day, her stuff has to come up to legal. It's got to be legally scrutinized, and she's not going to. The elements that she must prove have not been proven. Okay, at all. Period. I never heard Seth say that. Timu, what did Timu say?
Timu's in their white knight.
That is absolutely untrue. Where did you hear that? Seth has never said that.
What was it? I didn't get to see that one on it.
Okay.
I think that she deleted their comments out of there. Yeah, she did.
Sandy, I haven't checked Gmail. Actually, it was really crazy because I'm a little sore right now because I ran back and forth to my car so many times. I was a half a mile down the road. It felt like it was 100 degrees out there. Good gracious. But, after this is my first rally after President Trump was almost assassinated, and I was running out of juice. So I turned my phone off for a while because they told me I couldn't bring my battery in. And so I was talking to one of the members of Trump's team, and they said, oh, no, you can bring the battery. So then I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, I'll make it. And
Yeah. Team New Swimming Pools is right. Seth did say Sebastian had a weapon under his bed when he was on the lab. So yeah, no, Betty, when she's saying that's wrong and that's not true, Betty, you need to go watch. You need to go watch all those interviews that Seth's done that you haven't watched, apparently, because he certainly did. He said, there's a gun.
The longer we waited, I don't know if it was the heat draining the phone or what, but the phone was draining. And so I'm like, the phone's not going to make it. The phone's not going to make it. And I just looked at him. I'm like, how? I said, what is Trump think? Like, how are our batteries? He's like, what are you talking about?
Look at this. Look at this super sticker. Betty, you said in several previous casts that you would talk directly with the Proudfoots and would not let anyone in your chat harass or disrespect them. What is she doing this whole stream? She hasn't talked about Sebastian at all. What has she thought of? What's the thing that I just thought of something? What is it? What'd you just think of?
They told me I couldn't take my plastic little grocery bag in or my my battery. And he's like,
she was at the Trump rally and she's trying to walk in there with a grocery bag, a plastic grocery bag, like you get at Target or the grocery store. That is not a clear purse, Betty. You have to, when you go to concerts and you go to like these kind of events, you have to have a clear purse, not a clear grocery bag. Oh my gosh. You know what? Maybe it's the thing. Maybe God works in mysterious ways when it comes to kids. I mean, I'm saying I don't have any kids. God works in mysterious ways, though.
I'm like, I can. He's like, yeah. Can I go back to my car, please? Because we're in the
Can you
line.
imagine
There's
her running around?
They're gonna have to let me out of the gate and let me.
Like, seriously, can you imagine another one of her running around, but a younger version of her, a younger version of Betty? Oh, that'd be like Olivia and her mom, but like on roids.
Back through the back gate, the back side of the gate to get back in my place in line. And so
yeah,
I'm like,
Seth is a mod and allegedly with Brittany's channel too.
Secret Service man.
Weird.
I'm telling you, they told me I had
Would never give them a
This
wrench.
is the first time when I had to get it there, they would look like they were opening the lines, and they're like, "We're opening the lines," and then I'm like, "Oh, And he told me I couldn't have all this stuff. So I literally ran all the way back to my car. I literally cleared like a half a mile. Like
Half a mile.
I ran with all this heavy stuff in my hand. And then I found out I didn't need to do that.
I do like 7 miles on the bike, and that's like nothing. I feel like that's not even a lot. And she's like, I cleared I cleared a half a mile.
And so I walked back and retrieved it, but it was a little later. When I got back there from the first time, when I dropped it off,
First time.
I was looking at her. I'm looking at one of the Secret Service officers, and I'm like, is this what your training is like?
Is this what your training is like for the Secret Service? Do you run a half a mile, sir, to get in shape for the Secret Service?
But the second time I walked back because I'm like, you guys really aren't opening the gates until 1. And they're like, no. I'm like, okay, well, I can have this stuff. They're, yes, you can have this stuff. I'm going back to the car. Can you walk me back out? And he's like, yeah, I'll walk you back out. Come on. So I went back to the car and got my battery. I got one battery. I didn't bring the whole mother load. I usually bring 3 batteries in to make sure the whole front row. But we didn't have that many people there. I think we had like 7 front row Joes at this particular rally. So it really wasn't. I think we could have powered it, and Mike had his already, so we were good. So long story longer, I got my my battery, I got my cord, and I was able to finally power my phone back on. And I still hadn't checked the messages. And then, of course, in those arenas, there's literally, I think there was like 8,000 some odd people inside, and there were a lot of people still outside of that arena in that baking, in that heat.
I'm gonna get you. I'll get you a trash bag.
Not fights, but there was definitely some disagreements with Trump's team and the university's administration or staff or security or whatever. Like it seemed like it got a little heated, and finally they ended up letting the people come in. But it is what it is. I just thought it was interesting, not to go on a tangent, but I just thought it was interesting that when I heard that the
39 minutes out of a 53-minute live, and we're still waiting to hear about Sebastian.
the state attorney or the district attorney is going to be reviewing my channel. I'm just like,
Here we go.
I hope he reviews. I just want to let you know we have a playlist. Just push play. Just push play.
You can't just press play, Betty, because you went through and you freaking edited your lives, you dirty, dirty, dirty snake. And you can see the jump. Any DA that's staring at just looking at the screen is going to see that jump like that, because I saw it and I wasn't even listening to the live. J-Dub sent me the first video, and when I went through that video, she edited out too, because there's a jump in it. It's like a huge jump. Any videos that have no live chat on them, Mr. Investigator, if you're listening to my channel, Mr. DA Investigator, if it doesn't have a live chat on there connected to it, she edited it. She's been in this arena too long to know how to put a live chat on and off. Push play.
We have an overlay if you're interested. You might want to check out the overlay. Okay. You might want to check out my commentary on the lights, the moving of the lights.
You can.
You might like that one. And you might like the one that the Liarfoot's one, one of the recent ones. You might want to look at that one too, Mr. DA. They're playing at usually judicial resources that could be going towards Sebastian on this nonsense, trying to shut me up from Florida. It ain't working. Actually, I think it did just the opposite. It just put the magnifying glass right back on them, which they didn't want to do. And now it's all over their local news. And now it's going to probably be picked up by national news. Next thing you know, I'm going to have Nancy Grace on the phone saying, hey, girl. Hey, Nancy, how you doing? Right? These Proudfoots.
Hold on a second, please. Nancy, I'm sorry I had to bring you into this. I didn't know I was going to have to bring you into this evening, but I guess we got to bust you back out because people don't know where they belong around on these YouTube parts. And maybe Betty just needs to get a little bit of an understanding of what we do around here on this channel. Say it again, Betty. Say it again. You want to talk to Nancy? She's right here. My dog ain't even scared of Nancy no more.
It'll probably be picked up by national news. Next thing you know, I'm going to have Nancy Grace on the phone saying, hey, girl. Hey, Nancy.
No, we don't want any.
Right?
It's okay, Betty. You'll never be on the Nancy Grace show. If you ever, I will quit my YouTube channel if that happens.
She comes like, yeah, no, they're stinky, aren't they? Yeah, they are. I tried to get him that polygraph. He wouldn't take it with me. Has he taken it? Do we know if Chris has taken it? Did he take anything? Did he clench his butt cheek?
Yes,
Did he clench his
he
sphincter?
took the lie detector.
I heard that helps throw the whole.
He took the lie detector. What do you think this is? High tea at Windsor Castle?
Testing and stuff off. Clench your sphincter, or accidentally say no and then mean yes and correct it. I heard that throws that stuff off too. So I wonder if he saw, because it was kind of funny, because it even said when the article I was reading, follow these steps to pass with flying colors. Remember, he said I passed with flying colors. I just thought it was a little coincidentally. That's all. I'm just saying. It seemed a little fishy. That's it. Seemed like he read that article. That's all I'm saying. Aw.
Talk in your regular
Thank you,
person
Simon.
voice, Betty.
Thank you, Michelle. One Bullhorn Betty membership. It's nice to see you. Hey, Betty, I'm glad you are about Sebastian and trying your all to help find him. And I'm going to keep trying. My comment got deleted. I posted a comment with my Cash App, and it's not in the chat. Oh, you can't do that. You got to send that over to one of the mods. It won't post any unless you're a mod or me. You can't post a link in the chat. It's not.
Her eyeballs aren't moving. Like when she's okay, when you read, one of mine doesn't move, obviously, because I have a fake one. But neither of hers were moving.
It's not because I said it that way. That's just how it is. Only mods and the owner of the account can put it in chat. So it's not getting deleted. It just won't. Or maybe no. So why is that person in here? Okay, you did hide them. Okay. So that's why, Misty. If you can, you can put it in the Facebook, or you can send it to one of my mods and they can post it for you. But I would post it for you right now. The only way I can go get it is if I come off pause this whole live and go get it and come back. So that's why I was saying that we're probably. I'm sorry about that, because that's why I always say I send it to my mods, because that's who posts stuff for me when I'm live. Poor Sebastian had to live around that hate filled. Yes, can you imagine? Can you imagine what that boy had to go through in that household? It is absolutely ludicrous. It is absolutely ludicrous, because I haven't even laid eyes on these people. I haven't even had one single conversation with them. And you see the bullshit I got to go through. And their father-in-law stalked me for a half an hour.
For half an hour?
Like they're trying to do with court proceedings right now.
That's not stalking. Sorry, Mia. You got my dog up out of her chair now.
Don't get intimidated. All it does is piss me off. All it does is piss me off.
Get you one of these, Betty.
Pam, was it called something to do with 7 Mile RV Park? You know what? Why does that ring a bell? Huh. For all the people that don't like me eating in front of you, you might want to turn your.
Oh my gosh, what is that? Where did she find that big piece of meat? Spaghetti with like, oh my god, that didn't look edible. Oh my gosh. Why? And whoever said it the other night said that she probably does this because it's a business expense. Just listen.
Because
actually, we're gonna go back and look at that piece of meat.
For all the people that don't like me eating in front of you, you might want to turn the channel.
Like, what is that? Like, what is that? It's spaghetti, but normally you cook the meat. You don't put it into a patty like a hamburger. Does anybody cook their spaghetti like this? Or because I'm a picky eater, you know what I mean? Like, this could be totally normal. But this right here is scary. That's meat. She's complaining about hot dogs at the Trump rally. I would be concerned about eating this in a hotel. Where did she get the bowl? I thought she was at a hotel. I don't know where she's at then.
Because it's a working dinner. I think I've heard that before, but I don't know.
Look at her taking screenshots again of people's chat.
They did this to themselves. They did. And they keep making themselves even look more and more guilty every single time we turn around. Like, just when you don't think these parents can look guilty or as sin than they do, they pull another rabbit out of their butt. I'm telling you. Remember months ago I said the Proudfoots are the gift that keeps on giving because they just don't shut up. They just don't know. They're so adamant to be in control that they can't even control their own behavior when it's not good for them. They have to be. I don't know. They're idiots. That's all I gotta say. Every last one of them, and they don't care because maybe they don't have to deal with consequences in Tennessee. It doesn't seem like anybody has any consequences to deal with in Tennessee. None. Just think we need to find Sebastian. And of course, I did talk to my cousin. You know, my cousin was in the military for. Well, I've got a lot of family that's been in the military, a lot of cousins that have been in the military, but this particular cousin, he was a sniper as well. And he actually had been assigned to other agencies before, rented out or something. I don't know if they do that, but apparently they do. But he's worked with or whatever. I don't know how that goes. You know, I don't know anything about that shit. I wasn't in the military. But anyways, he was telling me about the military and, you know, how they're in the Army, you know, what the Army would do. But when I told him that these were Navy parents, he immediately said water. Like the next thing out of his mouth was water.
Water.
And so I really.
That's what all the psychics always say too. I picture them by a body of water or in a body of water.
I really think we need to be looking at. I mean, he was gone 17 hours. We don't know where he went. We don't know if he.
What's on your hand? Dry shampoo?
We don't know if he rented a boat for cash. We don't know if he was driving. We know he was driving. There's no way that little camper took freaking 10 hours to pack up and get, you know, there's literally no possible way.
History, you're probably absolutely right. That's probably and that's what I'm autistic and I have ADHD. I cannot handle what she'd be eating. I think it was Mr. Rosebud that said to her the other day not to be eating on her live.
Just that is absolutely ludicrous. It takes 17 hours.
But
17 hours.
But I'm not gonna lie, right? If I guess you could do that. I mean, right? Like I could sit here and have dinner with you guys every night. And I could count that meal as like a work expense. At the end of the year, you write it off on your taxes.
You know?
Although this is the first year that I've ever worked in my whole years of working since I was 16 years old that I've had to actually pay taxes. I've never had to pay taxes before.
Just doesn't even sound right. It doesn't sound right. 17 hours. So, and not only that, but I can tell you, I don't know of any step parent, any good step parent. Let me put it out like that. Any good step parent that would ever leave under any circumstance their wife to deal with a missing child. You know, he'll deal, you know, most people are like me. I'll deal with that later, right? I'll deal with the camper later. And then if anybody calls and harasses, it's like, hey, look.
Oh, my mom always
look, boss man.
Did someone say did the meat look like that though? When your mom made it from scratch? Because my mom made spaghetti from scratch. I mean, like my mom cooked dinner every day, like from like whatever, like the meat and then the potato or whatever. Well, you know what I mean? She did the whole thing every night. And I ain't never seen meat like that. But then again, I mean, people eat their lunch meat differently. You know, some people like it thin, some people like it thick. Betty likes her meat all in a blob.
I got a missing kid. Do what you
And how did you cook it?
need to do with the trailer. I will deal with it later. You know? Because that was his thing. The boss man wanted him to, right?
Wait a second. Did Seth Rogers cook you that dinner, Betty? Is she in Tennessee right here? If she's in, I mean, I don't know where she's at. Allegedly, in my opinion, all the time. Betty, how are you cooking spaghetti with meat in the hotel room? Because this looks like a hotel bed behind her. I thought for sure she was sitting on a hotel bed, but I mean, she could be at her own house. What is she sitting on? Shit, I don't even know now.
Oh, IK3, it says, Betty, you said in several previous chats that you would talk directly with the Proudfoots and would not let anyone in your chat to harass or disrespect them. I absolutely did.
That was forever ago, that comment.
I didn't reach out to them by email or phone or anything else, but I did state on this channel, just like I'm talking right now, that after Seth's interview, that I would show them the same exact respect that I showed Seth Rogers on when I interview them, if they want to have their side of their story, but they chicken shit. They don't want they refuse to talk to me.
Wow.
Right? And
so now it's all game.
Okay.
Over,
Right?
okay.
I never knocked on their door. I never cornered them at a store. I never looked at them for them in the parking lot. You know, I did my job. I have a very limited time when I go to Tennessee because at the end of the day, the time I went there, we had to go. Layla Santinello's 1 year, you know, milestone of her being missing was going on as well, and then I had to be in Virginia, so I had like literally limited days. I think I was there. For maybe
You didn't have to be at the Trump rally.
3 or 4 days. That's it. Hardly a
Trump, he wouldn't have cared. He wouldn't have mind.
pattern. It was a job. You know, this is my job.
Okay, we need to get everybody to send Trump a note that says, can you just say that you don't want Bullhorn Betty's vote? Just say that one sentence. Bullhorn Betty, I don't want your vote. I would pay good money to hear him say that.
I don't bother anybody, and I talk to people that are willing to talk to me. It's pretty simple.
Right, Spirit
Junkie? The ass hole clearly saying, if you come back down there, you better. Yeah, I know. I appreciate that. I also want to get the clip of Kluminati saying she's going to hit me in my face. You know, but hey, I think that was.
I had spaghetti actually.
That was removed off a certain person's
didn't look like that
video. How long is it from Hendersonville to Louisiana or Florida? I know that it takes me about 13 hours to get there or something like that from Florida.
13 hours. 13 hours. Y'all, that's a long time to be in a car. Like, what? And then she comes here for 4 days to Tennessee, wreaks havoc, doesn't do anything to help in the search for Sebastian. I mean, she's getting his name out on YouTube for the small percentage that watches her channel, but she's not going to be on national news. News Nation didn't pick it up. Nancy, she sure as hell ain't picking it up.
If I remember correctly, didn't
Nancy
they
doesn't
ask
want to
people
talk
to
to
look
her.
for? Yes, they did. They asked for them to look for him. I have never spoke to anybody that has not wanted to speak to me or has reached out to me that was not scheduled to speak with me prior to me coming into the area. Period. Nothing. So sadly, I think it's because they don't think their son's case is anyone's business on YouTube. I don't believe that because they came to YouTube for help. Dum dum. No offense, Summers Army.
Maybe.
I'm having a rough day. But I don't like hearing that. You know, they came to YouTube asking for people to keep his name out there, to keep looking. Even tried to proclaim those things when they weren't even doing it after they blocked their whole entire Facebook down. I'm sorry, Summers Army. I don't really give a rat's ass. If it's upsetting to you about my commentary or anything else, you know, or you think it's nobody's business, why are you here? You know, it's a legitimate question. It really
I don't think she was being it like that. Like meaning it like.
I've said that for months. Nobody has ever done anything to those people or even seen them. They've lied about everything. I guarantee that they've lied about the harassment that they've underwent. You know, at the end of the day, at that bike shop, that was posted. We got that secondhand, thirdhand, the barbecue stuff that was posted. I literally have had one person that had driven by that on their way to work and reached out to me. And of course, yeah, you know, they want to send me some videos. Send me some videos. I'd like to see where those cars are. Are those cars moving or not? She's on a public roadway. It was right there at the roadway where she could literally drive by and have her phone up. It didn't bother nobody. It's not stalking somebody.
It's illegal to have your phone on, and we went over the laws last night. It's illegal to do that, Betty. You cannot record on your phone in a moving vehicle in the driver's side.
And she sent me the videos, and I have every right to receive them. And as press, I do not have to reveal my sources.
She's not press.
So I'm sorry. But I have a right to investigate lawfully for my own content. And there's not a thing that they can do about it. And if my content is so harassing to them, they don't have to watch it.
We don't, but we have to watch it because it's just that good. It's just that good. You know, watching you like act like this. It's like, come on, Betty, get your shit together.
Just saying. They're watching it for a reason. Just saying.
Just saying. I'm gonna start saying that. Just saying. Just saying. Am I doing it right? Because she says it like up and then down inflection.
I don't really. And if my content is so harassing to them, they don't have to watch it. Just saying. They're watching it for a reason. Just saying. But I don't really care. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a good night. I'm doing just fine. I think this is
hope you have a great night, Betty.
I think they're a freaking joke. I think they're a laughing stock of their community. I think they're a laughing stock of YouTube. I think they're desperate people willing to do desperate things.
It just depends on where you live at. So it's either a one-party state or it'll be a two-party consent state. Like Ohio is a one-party consent state. Like I recorded a phone call one time. It was with the officer of the law, and it was for Idaho 4 case. But but there are two-party states. I think Pennsylvania might be a two-party state. I'm not really for sure on that, but like there are states that both parties have to consent to being recorded. And that's why a lot of times when you call places, they'll say like this call is being recorded for, quality and training purposes. They're just really wanting to record your call.
To try to contain this stuff. At the end of the day, the parents stink to high heaven, and this boy didn't know a whole lot of people. Okay? He went to bed in his own bed, according to his mother, with his mother in the house and her alone in a locked home. And apparently he disintegrated into thin air.
I wonder if Sebastian would have went missing when he was on Seth's watch, when Seth was at work and not watching him, if this would have happened then, if the tides would be changed.
Because he didn't walk out the door and the house was completely locked. Katie has some explaining to do, and so does Chris Proudfoot. God bless.
They don't have any explaining to do. Oh, geez, Betty. Well, we all know Nancy's not falling for it. Come here, Nancy. I'll put you back over here. Put you back right over here. Oh, with my hairbrush that just fell off of the desk. Sorry about that. That was loud. Yes, Kenna. Oh, yeah, it was a video. I think it could be gaming. I'm going to keep with what I thought at the beginning. And at the beginning, I still think this could be a possibility. I think that maybe this could have been a bullying type of situation at school. Maybe some kids got him to sneak out from his house and something went bad that night. They were going to beat him up and maybe something bad happened. But a lot of times when there's missing kids, they're found close to home. Like I have a feeling that Sebastian is closer than we think. If he's not here. And I don't know. I don't know if he's here any longer. I hope he is. I hope that he would just walk out and say, here I am. But the alternative to him not being alive is him being alive and being held somewhere captive this whole time. And I don't know which would be worse. Do you know? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I pray that this is his mom and his stepdad did some funky stuff and hid him somewhere from Seth. We would love that. We would love that. Because that means Sebastian's okay. He's there. He's okay. I don't know. I hope he's okay. I've just always went on the side of maybe this was a bullying situation. And I showed you guys the Skylar Neese case and how her two best friends unalived her and hid her body in the woods and nobody could find it for months. And she was crying with the family and everything. I don't know. That's when I first heard of this case, that's the case that went into my head. So I'm just going to keep with what I, think. But I've always thought since the beginning, I don't think that Chris and Katie had anything to do with it. I don't think Seth had anything to do with it. I just don't know where he's at. And I just don't know what happened. But yeah, anything's possible, I don't know. You think Seth had his parents pick him up and he's in Texas? This could be like a Rudy case. Remember that Rudy, whatever his name was? I can't remember his last name. It starts with an F, I think. And he was like missing for like years and he was with his mom the whole time. Elizabeth Smart was gone for 9 months. Yep, sure was. And they had her in that whole getup, where it was was it Indian kind of culture? I think that's what it was. That they had her dressed up as. But they had her, yeah. Occam's razor, yep. Yeah. Like the most plausible answer is probably the answer. And it definitely could be predator from online community, definitely. This was when like we didn't really, this was before I had my my educated guess. It's not, it's just my guess. But before we had heard anything about the gaming systems, that's when we heard, that's when we had heard there was no internet, I think it's like one of the first or second days I come up with this in my head. Yeah, exactly. Squeaky wheel. And I even wonder if he didn't run out of that house that night. But then it's like, why do you lock the door behind him? Unless it's just one of those you pull behind you and it locks, but I doubt it. Because that wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, that just wouldn't be plausible in a home. Like, sometimes you need to have the door where you walk in and out because you're bringing stuff in and you don't want to leave the door all the way open. But I hope he's okay. I hope somebody has them and they're taking good care of them. It's not, nothing bad's happening. But it's been a long time, guys. This has been since February. Think about that. We've went through the whole spring. We've almost went through all of summer. We're at the tail end of summer. Rudy Ferris. That's who it was. Yeah. And then he was missing again. Did you hear that? He went missing again. I was like, what the heck? Oh, they do? Okay. Badger witness says our front door locks after like a minute. That's really cool. That's really cool. We don't have anything that cool. We need something like that. If we had a house, we would have something like that for sure. We have a Ring doorbell camera and we live inside of a building. I mean, like it's in a building inside of a building. Yeah, it's really dark in the neighborhood. I mean, definitely could have. I think that he could have snuck out of the house and not been seen. It's very dark. Oh, did he? Kenna? And I'm surprised. Where's Seth at tonight on the YouTube streets? People would be tuning in to hear about that. I'd love to know his take on this whole situation. I'd love to know Tony's too. TikTok Tony, are you ever on TikTok? Let's go check. TikTok.com. I must put TikTok Tony. Okay, because he does have the thing again. Oh, I'm not signed in. Yeah, so he does have that account still. What about that? No, they're not on live. It doesn't look like. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Okay. Anyway, they're not live. I went over to check on TikTok. So Uncle Taco, I forgot about him. See, and that could be Michelle. I mean, just because Seth is at work on camera an hour before his shift doesn't mean he didn't have someone else do it. But last time I brought that up, he came in the chat and he said, I didn't do that. He did too. And I said, oh, okay. Fingerprint and automatic locking it is. That's a good idea, though. Yeah, don't forget about Uncle Taco. I know Uncle Taco. We need to come up with a list. That's what we should do on one of our lives. I was going to do it and I just completely forgot about it, actually. But go through the list of all of the people that Chris and Katie have brought in to this case and all the people that Seth has brought into this case. And I think that we'd be shocked to see the difference and the even just the creators that these people are going to, and like sitting with. It says a lot. It says a whole lot. But I'm going to jump off here. I'll be back on tomorrow. I do owe you members live. So we'll probably do that either tomorrow or Monday. We'll make sure we get one in the next couple of days. Because we haven't done one in a few weeks. It's been like a couple or a few weeks, I think. So we'll do that. And then I'll be back tomorrow. We'll talk some true crime or we'll get into something. We'll see what's going on. We'll see what's going on when it comes. Yeah, he was talking all over. Yeah, and now he's gone. It's just weird, isn't it? Weird how the neighbors. Where'd they go? The creators that talk to these neighbors, what are they doing? Like, you know what I mean? They're not even covering this case anymore. It's craziness, isn't it? It's just craziness. But thank you guys for being here tonight. Don't forget to hit the like button if you guys don't mind. Just takes a quick second. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon. That way you're alerted to any new content that I put out. I do go live nightly. So if that's something that you're into, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow night. Have a great evening and a great weekend. Bye, guys.